Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Christie, and tonight you're doing the HomeLink 7-10 Fitness Challenge. Use the information in the table below to solve the number stories. During Marcy School's 2-week challenge, each student who meets a goal wins a prize. Marcy's Fitness Challenge goals: walking, 6 miles. Swimming, 1 mile. Bike riding, 6 miles. Running, 4 miles. Okay, and the time frame is 2 weeks. So if they're walking, it has to be 6 miles in 2 weeks. Swimming, 1 mile in 2 weeks. Bike riding, 6 miles in 2 weeks. Running, 4 miles in 2 weeks. So, number 1, Tony will run a half a mile after school each day. Will he win a prize? Well, let's see, a half mile every day after school. There's 5 days out of the week. 2 weeks, that's 10 days. Half of 10 is 5. And for running, has to be 4 miles, and he's going to run 5 in 2 weeks. So yes, he will win a prize. How far did he run in 1 week? That's 1/2 times 5, which equals 5 halves, which equals 2.5. So the answer is 2.5 miles. In 2 weeks, we already said, it's 5 miles. Explain how you found your answer. One half times 10 equals 5, and 5 is greater than 4. Okay. Number 2. 3 times a week, Tina walks 3/10 of a mile from school to the library, studies for an hour, and then walks 4/10 of a mile home. How much more will she need to walk to win a prize? Okay, so first of all, this is 3 times a week. 3 times a week, and this is for 2 weeks, so that would be 6 times. And then she walks 3/10 of a mile from school to the library, and then 4/10 of a mile home. So I think I'm going to add those together first. So 4/10 plus 3/10 equals 7/10. So she's walking 7/10 of a mile 3 times a week for 2 weeks. So then I'm going to multiply 6 times 7/10. So that equals 6 times 7 is 42 tenths. But for walking, she needs to go 6 miles. 42 tenths, that equals 4 and 2/10 of a mile. So 6 minus 4 and 2/10 equals 1 and 8/10. So she would need to walk, and that can be simplified, 1 and 8/10, which equals 1 and 4/5. So she would need to walk another 1 and 4/5 of a mile to get a prize. Okay, and then here we have the division practice. 642 divided by 2. 642 divided by 2. So 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. And we add the 2 zeros. We add the 2 zeros here. We got to add them here. Then we subtract. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. I add the 0. If I add a 0 there, I got to add a 0 here, and then subtract. 2 goes into 2 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. And there's no remainder. And I add these together, and that's 321. 321. And that's the answer. Okay, 386 divided by 9. 9 doesn't go into 3, but it does go into 38 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. Then I add a 0 because there's another digit. If I add a 0 there, I need to add it here and subtract. 9 goes into 26 2 times. 2 times 9 is 18. Subtract. The remainder of 8. So the answer is 42 and 8 ninths. So we've always put our remainder over the divisor. So 42 and 8 ninths. 739 divided by 5. 739 divided by 5. 5 goes into 7 one time. And subtract. 5 goes into 39. 239. Sorry about that. So 5 goes into 23 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Add the other 0. If I add it there, I got to add it there. Subtract. 5 goes into 39 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract. The remainder of 4, so the answer is 147 and 4 fifths. 147 and 4 fifths. And then the last one, I guess I'll write it up here. 829 divided by 4. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. I add the 2 zeros. I add them there. I got to add them there and then subtract. 4 goes into 29 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. The remainder of 1. So the answer is 207 and 1/4. And that's it. Have an awesome night, and I will see you tomorrow.